What's going on YouTube? My name is FG3000, I'm back in the place to be, and welcome to Skylanders Ring of Heroes, a brand new hero collector brought to you by Com2Us, the same exact team that brought you the legendary Summoners Wars in conjunction with Activision Blizzard, which owns the Skylanders IP. So this is like a meeting of the juggernauts when it comes to hero collector. So this game just came out today, so if you do want to give it a try, I will have the links in the description below. So with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you know what I always say when it comes to covering a hero collector can truly only be as fun as the heroes that you can collect, and these are Skylanders, guys. These characters have tons of personality, they're extremely unique. Spyro the freaking dragon's in the game, so obviously, like, look at this. How can you not like that? This game absolutely earns the FG3000 stamp of approval when it comes to heroes that you can collect. Here are the Skylanders that I have unlocked thus far. Now, when it comes to kind of like re-rolling in this game, it'll probably take you right around 15 to 20 minutes because the tutorial is a little hand-holdy and you can't skip through it. I'm not really a big re-roller, but I will say, my natty 5-star that I was lucky enough to pull, Stormblade, this guy's an absolute beast. Has incredible animations, extremely strong, so it wouldn't have been a deal breaker. I still would have played the game without him, but I will say with him, it's pretty legit. So there you have it, my boy Stormblade. Let's jump into combat so I can show you a little bit more. So we'll move over here to the adventure mode. As you might expect, pretty normal when it comes to hero collectors. There are 10 stages in total. Each one of these stages has little mini stages within them. Easy, normal, and hard difficulties as you might expect. You're gonna go from stage to stage, 3-star in each one. This game is a stamina-based system as you might expect. Since the game is brand new, the game is gonna give you a ton of stamina, so you should be able to play quite a bit, but do keep that in mind. Eventually you will run out of stamina, which I actually am totally fine with. I don't need another game where it's just gonna be grinding all day on my computer. So that is that. So let's go ahead and jump into combat here. We're going to go against this air encounter here. All of these units are air type. If you want to know what's strong against air type, all you have to do is go to this element relations screen right here, click on it, and it'll basically tell you that magic is strong against air and fire is strong against air, but air is strong against mountain and air is strong against life. So that's basically how that works. And all of these have this little elemental weakness relation system. So a little bit more complex than most games, but it's actually pretty straightforward. So we'll go ahead and bring this squad in with us. As you guys can see, these units right here have a bonus against these types here. I have a monster companion that I'll tell you about a little bit later. And then I can also bring 2 spectator units, which they don't jump in when someone dies. They basically just sit there and soak EXP. So if you have like a really weak unit and you want to kind of get them strong without putting them in harm's way, just make them a spectator unit and you can kind of grind them up the safe way, which I love. I hate when I have to like go back to like a low tier stage to level up some of my low tier units. I can still grind out a really hard stage and just have some of my low tier units there as spectators. So that is that. So here we are in combat, ladies and gentlemen. As you guys can see, Skylanders Ring of Heroes uses a universal resource meter for your entire squad. You can have up to 10 of these little mana crystals, and each one of these abilities has a resource cost. So this one costs 3, this one costs 2, etc., etc. In theory, you can basically use the same ability over and over and over as long as you have the resources for it and as long as it's off cooldown. You at no time have to use any other characters. If I wanted to just say, you know what, I just want to use Spyro over and over and over and over, let's just say for whatever reason, I brought 2 of the wrong types of Skylanders and only Spyro was strong against a boss I was fighting, I don't actually have to use these characters. I can just say Spyro, 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 Spyro over and over and over. The only thing that restricts me is my cooldowns and my mana crystal. So that is that. And that's, you know, just a strategy that you might have to look at. You know, there might be a situation where maybe you only want to use these 2 and you kind of go back and forth between these 2 characters. And my Ice Knight here, never have to use them if I don't want to. Ever, ever, ever. It's all completely up to me. As soon as you start the game, autoplay and ×2 is automatically activated, so you don't have to worry about waiting to get that going. So that's a good thing there. You do have a main character that you can customize, male or female. You can customize the hairstyle, hair color, eye color, skin color. Not dark enough for me, Skylanders Ring of Heroes, but you know what? I guess I'll take it. Your main character, basically his or her use is summoning this monster companion here. So after 15 seconds here, I will summon this little piece of broccoli, and he will be able to heal up my squad, provide support bonuses, etc. And even when he dies, he will automatically respawn again on a timer. So here we go. There's my little broccoli right there. He'll be able to heal up, giving everyone Go ahead and do it, buddy. It's called fruits and vegetables. But basically, he'll provide support bonuses. There it is, fresh fruits and veggies for my squad here, providing bonuses for my squad. And if he dies, it doesn't matter. I'll respawn him again on a cooldown. So very cool. And there he goes. Like I was saying earlier, he will die pretty often. I wouldn't worry about it too much. That's kind of his point. Go out there, provide some buffs, do some attacks, and then just die. Or it's basically take a hit for your real main Skylanders. That's really what he's all about. So we'll kind of run through this one here. As far as the graphics that you see on the screen, this is everything on max settings. Hashtag not sponsored by BlueStacks, but I am playing on BlueStacks and the game runs just fine. Loading times are extremely quick. The UI is very snappy, and yeah, the graphics are good. I've always liked the foundation of Summoners Wars, but I never really liked the graphics or the characters. And you guys know what I always say when it comes to hero collectors. You gotta like the heroes that you're collecting in the game, and I do not like the graphics in Summoners Wars at all. But I always like the game. I always like the foundation of the game. So if this game is what Summoners Wars is, with just better graphics and cooler, heroes to collect, I think I might be on board. We'll have to see. I don't want to make any snap judgments at the moment, but so far so good when it comes to Skylanders. So that's that. Now, when you first begin the game will give you kind of like a extended tutorial questing. So it'll tell you exactly what you need to do. You just click that. It'll say, hey, go enter the labyrinth or distorted dimensions once. Click go. You always want to do this because this will allow you to get lots of goodies and materials that kind of level up your account even faster. And yeah, it's the best way to kind of figure out what the game is all about. So here we are in the distorted dimension. So if you go back over here to this adventure screen, distorted dimensions is right here. This is your, your tried and true daily resource grind when it comes to materials for different elemental types to power up your Skylanders. Now, one thing I really like about this here is that it has a very nice quality of life feature where it remembers exactly which team you brought. Since all of these stages are just they're basically mono element types, you're always going to try to bring types that are strong against like undead, for example. So the game will always remember which team you brought in every single one of these stages, as opposed to having like team 1, 2, 3 and having that universal across the entire game. Each one of these stages remembers exactly which squad you brought last time. I appreciate that. Lazy FG, thank you very, very much. You never have to worry about switching your team out. Very cool. It always remembers exactly what you brought. I haven't brought anybody to this team, so we're going to go ahead and do auto place for now. Usually you don't want to do that. It's not always going to bring the best units, but for now it did a decent enough job. And we'll jump in here and I'll show you some slightly higher tier gameplay here, because just like Summoners Wars, if you play that game, there are stages in Summoners Wars that have these really big boss encounters with these massive HP bars. This game also has the same exact thing as well. So let's just kind of run through this spotter really quick. Shouldn't take us too long. Very nice. This character right here is Stealth Elf. You'll get it for free. Here is my natty 5-star right here. He is a beast. All of his attacks do AoE, which is really good. Like he's like a straight up bird ninja. I love it. So here's the boss encounter right here. Just like in Summoners Wars, you got this kind of a, different viewpoint, just a slightly different angle at the combat view angle. Got this nice big boss, and some of the HP bars get very insane, but this one we should be able to beat down pretty easy because we're pretty strong right now. I've been playing the game for a little bit. So down he will go. And all of the bosses in this game just look, they just have so much personality. Very high quality units here. And down you go. Animations on death. All the things that you might expect. All right. GG. And there you go. So I just completed that quest reward. It'll take me back over here to the home screen where I can collect a reward and lead me on to the next one. So it'll tell me, hey, go clear 4 or 5 on easy and I'll get gold. All kinds of quests here. And like I said, you definitely want to do this because this will provide you with all kinds of stamina, character upgrades, all kinds of stuff that makes, will basically make your account strong. So that is that. After you're done with adventure mode and distorted dimensions, there's also this challenge screen here. Basically, this is another type of daily resource grind. You have a cave of gold that you can clear through 3 times, which will basically give you gold. You'll need gold to build structures on your island. You have an endless tower mode, and you also have this realm of souls. Realm of souls will allow you to get fragments of these specific characters. These do reset basically every 12 hours, so you'll have another batch of heroes that you can collect out of this. The interesting thing about about this is that you do not replenish HP. So once you go through one stage, the HP that you lost in that stage does not come back. Oh, and at the same exact time, the enemy's HP doesn't come back as well. So if you die for whatever reason, you can keep going through this stage over and over and over until you can kind of muster through it, which is very interesting. So as you guys see, look at this. All of these guys, because I died last time because I was testing something, but all their HP stays the same as well as mine. So kind of like a survival mode in other games. But here you will be able to get fragments for these characters, which you definitely want to get, because that'll allow you to power up your Skylanders as you might expect. So I think I'm actually going to retreat out of this because this looks like it's going to take a little while. We'll see. We'll see how long this takes. Man, we are just getting destroyed here. I'm definitely gonna have to bring a little bit more power to this fight. Look at how much damage I'm doing. I'm kind of jumping ahead. Look, you know what? I'm retreating. I'll worry about that another day. And actually, this is a good test because this will show me, will that basically insta kill all of my units because I did that? Let's take a gander here. It does not insta kill my units, but they still have that HP they were basically losing at the time. So that is that. So that's the challenge mode. There's another icon that'll open up here a little bit later. It's for PvP. In this game, you can do PvP, you versus the AI, as well as live PvP as well. So if you're a big PvPer, that is something that'll unlock a little bit later in the game. Of course, there are guilds in the game as well. I don't know if I'm gonna make my own guild yet. I wanna kind of play the game a little longer to see if I'm gonna stick with it at least a week. I'm gonna play the game at least a week before I decide that. So that is that. And like I said, you can use gold to build structures on your island that you can move around, upgrade. All of these things cost gold. As you might expect, I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade this because that'll give me potions to level up my Skylanders. So pretty straightforward, very similar to Summoner's Wars if you played that game. So we're gonna do some summonings here in a second, but I want to kind of show you the how you upgrade your Skylanders in this game. So red potions are what you're going to use to give yourself experience points to do levels, but you can also auto grind stages as well. So if we go back over here to adventure mode, this game does have quality of life features that will allow you to kind of grind through these stages a little bit more efficiently. So once you 3-star a stage, the auto battle option will unlock. Basically, if you lose a battle, if you don't have enough energy, or if you run out of inventory space, that'll be where it turns off. And you can basically just kind of grind through 10 battles at a time to kind of get yourself some experience points here. Like I said, this is not going to be one of those games that grinds all day for you, but it is going to be one of those games where you do kind of auto grind, you know, for an hour or so to kind of deplete all your stamina for today. So that is how you level up your Skylanders in that respect. There's also skills as well, which will take power-up materials. Here are the fragments that you'll use to get your Skylanders up to +1, +2, +3. You can, of course, evolve your Skylanders, and they will actually get... Oh, I'm sorry. The Awakening is where they'll get a different type of look. So once you go from golden stars to purple stars, you'll actually get a different alternative look for your Skylanders. And as far as I can tell, they all have that. So that's actually something pretty cool to look forward to. This game does have a rune system. I despise rune systems. I think they just take forever for no reason. But luckily, this game does have a ×3 that will do 3 enhancements no matter what. Even if you fail, it'll keep on going until you get 3 enhancements. So that makes it a little bit easier to kind of cope with. You can just press this and go off and do something else. But I always just didn't like having to wait for this animation to go around. Just tell me if I succeeded or failed. Why do I have to keep going through this over and over and over? I just felt like it was just time wasting for no reason. And Summoner's Wars was the very first game to do this, and all other games like followed in its footsteps. So I guess I would expect Skylanders Ring of Heroes to do the same thing. So that is that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. So that's a little quick overview of what you can expect here in Skylanders Ring of Heroes. We're gonna end this video off as we do, ladies and gentlemen, by doing a couple of summons. We'll do some regular normal ticket summons, and then we'll do some cash shop summons as well. So we got Warm Shell. We got Blades, who is a character a Skylander that you get for free. Shadow Spyro, very nice. Some more Blades there. So there you have it. Pretty straightforward. We got another normal ticket that we can summon out of. As you guys can see, this is a fragment-based summoning system, but you can also crit as well. So I'll show you some crits. Well, hopefully I'll show you some crits. I'm kind of thinking of getting ahead of myself here. All right, got ourselves a Mysticat. Here's an epic Freeze Blade, and there it is. There's a crit right there. So that gave me even more fragments. I like this character. Ninjini. Gusto. And this is, you know, this is pretty cool. I think the Skylanders, as far as characters are concerned, they're very likable. Very, very likable indeed. So Ninjini there, I got her powered up just a little bit. So if I go over to Skylanders, go to Ninjini, I do have enough fragments to power her up so I can make her a +1, but I do need to go get some of these upgrade elixirs from the distorted dimensions. So that's something that I'll be kind of auto grinding when I'm in the gym. So that is that. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, once again, my name is FG3000. This has been a first impressions look at Skylanders Ring of Heroes, and I'll see you guys next video. Later.